Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for the ones who have been here before, and welcome to the ones who have not. My name is Janae and I'm the owner of Confidently You Creations. And so for today's tutorial, we're going to be doing a rainbow acrylic tumbler. It is perfect for those who don't like to spray paint, who do not like to prep their tumblers, someone who's just starting out trying to get used to epoxy and glitter, or if you just want to create something easy and simple. I actually used this one in a giveaway, which was perfect. So yes, I will link everything down in the description box. You will find a discount code for the glitter that I used, along with anything on the website for 15% off. You will find some other discount codes down there as well. And again, if you guys know anyone who make these awesome dad hats, or if you make these awesome dad hats, please drop their information below. Therefore, I can check it out and support some of my fellow small crafters. I got this one from itsating.com. Big Gemini energy. I'm a big Gemini. I'm not the average Gemini though. Not the average Gemini. I would like to know what some of you guys are. So go ahead and drop what your sign is in the comments, and if you like hold up to your sign, right? But anyway, that's enough talk for me. Let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so we are going to start off with a 22 ounce acrylic rainbow tumbler. This was purchased from the Stainless Steel Depot. You do not have to sand it, spray paint it, prep it in any type of way. So this is why this is excellent for beginners, people who don't like to spray paint or sand your tumblers. They have other colors also, like purple, black, clear, to where, you know, if you don't want to spray paint or if you just want to start off, this is a great way to start off with making tumblers. So I'm going to use the Tack It method for this tutorial. It dries super easy, super quick, and I'm only using one type of glitter, or one color glitter. So I will show you guys how to use the Tack It method. Some people mix it with water. I don't. There's no right or wrong way. If you want to mix it with water, you can. Maybe that's a way of people preserving it. I don't know. But I'm just going to add the Tack It to the tumbler and take my paintbrush and kind of evenly coat it all around the cup. You can, after you're finished using the Tack It method, you can let it dry for about 5 to 7 minutes to kind of let it get tacky. But again, I'm only using one type of glitter, so I just went ahead and applied my glitter right after I was done applying the Tack It. You want to avoid getting it on the very top rim of the cup. We're going to basically use that as our sealing method. So once we place our epoxy on it, we want to use that top rim to basically get a nice seal, just how we would on a stainless steel tumbler when we're sanding the top rim to expose that stainless steel thin line to get a nice seal. We want to do the same thing for this, so just avoid putting the Tack It on there to where we can, you know, get a nice seal for our epoxy. So then I'm going to take a dry brush and just get the Tack It off of the rim where I kind of got some on. I mean, you technically don't have to do this part, but I just kind of wanted it to be perfect. And just avoid getting the glitter on that rim part. If you do get some on there, it's okay. Once we spread the epoxy on there, you may end up getting some glitter on the rim part, but it's perfectly fine. Again, you just want to keep that exposed for a nice seal. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna kind of go back and get any spots that I missed, and now we are going to apply our glitter. So the glitter that I'm using today is from Glitterful, and it is LUSH. And it's a chunky, kind of like a chunky mix glitter. It is an opal glitter, so it goes perfectly with the three colors in this tumbler. So we're just gonna go ahead and go to town on the glitter, coat it nice and evenly, and you will notice the white streak marks in there, but Tack It dries clear, so you will not see those white streak lines from what we painted the Tack It. So just go ahead and finish coating your tumbler, and don't forget the bottom. All right, give it a nice shake, shakety shake. And again, you don't want to forget your bottom. Make sure you tap off all the excess glitter on here. And then you're going to hang this to let it dry for about an hour. I would, just to be sure, just let it hang out for an hour so it can dry, and then you'll notice it's dry because again, those streaky marks that you see whenever we painted it on, you won't see those anymore. So that's how you know that your tumbler is dry. And again, just showing you the streak marks, they will be completely gone once this tumbler is dry. So shake, 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 get it all off. And then we're going to let it dry for an hour, apply 2 generous coats of epoxy, letting each layer dry for 6 to 8 hours. And if you do decide to seal it, it will look ashy, but it's perfectly normal. It will come out like this once you finish. You don't have to seal it because it is just one type of glitter. But if you want to, just to be sure, it'll be ashy again, but it'll come out just fine in the end. So we are going to sand it just a little bit after our 2 coats of epoxy, just to get our bottom nice and smooth. The rest of it should be pretty smooth, but if it's not, I still like to go ahead and sand it. Just give it a light sanding to make sure everything is nice and smooth. You want to avoid the top rim because we didn't put anything there, so there shouldn't be anything there in the first place, but you want to avoid sanding that because there is no epoxy, there is no glitter there, and you just don't want to scratch the acrylic at the top, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and give the bottom a nice sanding, still being careful because we don't want to sand down to the acrylic. So just lightly sand. If you have to use a 120 instead of a 60 or an 80, do that and just kind of take your time with it. This only took me about 5 minutes to get it nice and smooth. Again, you want to go ahead and do this part in the beginning before you place any of your decals. I like to make sure everything is nice and smooth to where I don't have to go and sand again. I want to sand one time and that's it. It's a lot of work sanding these tumblers. It takes a lot of arm strength. So one and done. Alrighty, so now we are ready to place our leopard spots. I was unable to weed out my leopard spots because my daughter turned the dial on my Cricut machine and I did not pay attention when I went to go cut it, and it was on like heavy cardstock, so it cut almost through the paper backing on the back side of the vinyl. So I was left to just place it by hand, which is perfectly fine. We've placed vinyl with our hands before, so no big deal. I did not want to recut out all of these spots and waste this vinyl because vinyl can be very expensive. So I was like, you know what? I can work with this. And that's what I did. So these leopard spots I actually purchased off of Etsy. I will put that in the comment section below so you guys can check it out if you wanted to buy this specific print. If not, Cricut Design Space has some other images that you can use for your leopard spots. I created an offset when I uploaded it into the Design Space, and I used a 0.05 for the offset. With this specific design, you can't make your offset too big because they will like conjoin together. So 0.05 was like the biggest I could make it without making it too small and too thin, if that makes sense. So with this specific one, they do touch if your offset is way too big. But if you still want me to do a tutorial on that to show you guys how I do my offsets, I'm more than happy to show you. Just let me know in the comments of what you want to see, and I will make a separate tutorial for that, creating an offset for this specific type of leopard spot if you get confused. But we're just gonna place our leopard spots on there until we get the design and look that we're going for. All right, and after this part, when you're finished placing all of your leopard spots, you want to go ahead and place 2 coats of epoxy. The first coat I placed, I let that dry for about 6 hours, and then I went in with my second coat and let that dry for about 6 to 8 hours. And I was pretty much done. Like I said, this is perfect for those who are just starting out doing tumblers and you're trying to get used to epoxy and glitter. It's also great for those who don't like to spray paint or want something already colored. And, you know, if you just don't like to sand or if you just want something that is quick, easy, fun, something for a giveaway. I mean, I could just keep going on and on and on. The tumbler came out so beautiful. But after this part, you'll just place your coats of epoxy and then you are pretty much done. Alrighty, so I am done and I'm gonna go ahead and place my last layers of epoxy, and this is the final result. Super easy, super quick, super fast, and super pretty. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up if it helps you out at all, or if you're gonna go ahead and make one. And please subscribe to our channel. We upload every Friday. Woo woo. Thank you so much for watching and staying to the end of this video. We will see you next week.